Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on. When the penalty got given, so obviously we're 3-2 up now, and we're in deep into injury time, and Notts County, fair play to them, they are just knocking on the door. They're literally just passing it about 25 yards outside of my goal, and they're just passing it around, just looking for a little opening, trying to play these little through balls. And to be fair, the lads in front were just incredible, like blocking everything, tackling everything, clearing, slashing, all that. And then they put a ball into the box, and Big Owen's gone to sort of block it, but he's left his arm up in the air. And to be fair to him, even Owen said it was probably a penalty. It
looked like it in the stand.
Yeah.
But there was a delay and no one knew what was going on. And then I kind of saw you putting your hands on your head.
Yeah.
And I was like, looked at the ref and he pointed and I was like, oh, shit.
He's given a penalty.
And the crowd didn't realise, everyone was going, what's going on? Is it a penalty? Is it?
Yeah.
And it was a penalty.
Well, now it's so used to VAR, you just kind of felt like, oh, shit, no, it's no VAR. They wouldn't have seen it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And no, they did see it.
What was it like watching the telly then at this moment in time? Is
the
everybody
time.
like buzzing off it at this moment?
Yeah,
like?
it's buzzing away. But then it's just like, it's so tense. And they're like, it's weird having invested interest with you being in goal as well, because you never really, I don't know, you don't always constantly thinking about the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
I want you to do well. So it's every cross, I'm like, just grab it.
Just get hold of it.
And then you're wincing away. And oh, it's not long left. They can just get it out there. And suddenly it's like, oh no. And then I was just, oh no.
So we were around the referee and we were all like, ref, come on.
What are you saying to what?
I think I even said to him, I felt a bit bad for it afterwards, actually. I said, ref, I know it's on telly, but it's not about you.
No, you didn't.
Horrible. Yeah, I think I did. I know it's on telly, but it's not about you, ref, all right? And I'm thinking, oh, don't say that.
Did he say anything to you back?
No, he was just like, Ben, it's a penalty. I let it play for 10 seconds. So once a handball happened, he carried on play for about 10 seconds and then he blew his whistle. And he said, no, I let it play. I had to think about it, but it's handball, right? And
fair
I went,
play to him.
yeah, fair. And it was a massive decision. To make that decision at that moment in time, in that last minute of that game, of such a big game, takes massive, massive cojones. And he, to be fair to him, he stood up to it and he owned it. And it was handball. Even, like I say, even Owen said, yeah, it was probably handball.
It'd be good if he said, also, it's also on Disney, Ben.
Yeah.
Absolute big-time Prem player. What a scumbag.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I
didn't swear at him, at least. I just said, ref, come on. But I was so gutted for the lads, honestly. Like at this moment in time, as a goalie and a penalty gets given, there's no pressure on me. Honestly, there's no pressure attached to me whatsoever. However, for the striker, this is a massive pressurized moment, seriously pressurized moment. He knows that if he scores this goal, Notts County has still got a chance. They've got a chance of winning the league. It's as simple as that.
Are they in the box seat? Were they?
They'd have been 3 points ahead, but we've got a game in hand. So it would have been a massive problem for us.
And they had a slightly better goal difference.
But the confidence they'd have got from this would have been huge. They would have been... So a last-minute goal like that to nick a draw is like a win, basically. Yeah. You're away at your rivals and you nick a last minute. It's almost like you come off that pitch buzzing so hard. Their fans are buzzing so hard. They would take that momentum into the next 4 games that they've got for the rest of the season. It's massive, honestly. So, yeah, penalty gets given. And do you know what? Do you know what I remember thinking? So I need to talk about the way that we sort of analyze penalties. So we've always got like an analysis sheet of which way players are most likely to go. And there's an analyst at Wrexham called Kyle, and he looks at all their penalties and he will do basically a very quick chart of the players' names that might take the penalty, and it will say right, left, centre, right, whatever it is, right? And for this player in particular, he had him to go to my right, okay? Which is actually the way that he went. So when it comes to these sort of moments, I think 96th minute, analysis goes out the window, lads. It has to go out the window because this isn't a normal penalty. It's not. This is where your inner kind of do you know what I mean? Instinct just will take over and you do whatever comes most comfy and most natural to you. And there's a massive stat out there with penalties that most of the time in pressure penalties, they either go down the middle or they go to the goalkeeper's right, because it's the easier kick to kick, right?
If they're right footers.
If they're right footers.
Is that because they're kind of in it to the goal and then basically on the inside of their foot.
It's curling away from the
it's
goalie
good.
as well.
It's a safer bet, right?
Yeah, it's a safer bet. It's an easier kick to execute, right? So that's a stat. So that's always in my head forever. Every penalty for the last 20 years, that's always in my head. But the way that he put the ball down and then his body position when he stood and was waiting to take the penalty, I thought, there's no way you can put this to my left. There is just no way. Your body is too closed off. Do you know what I mean? His body is too tight to the ball that if he's going to try and put it that way to my left, he has to open his hip up almost and open his foot up. And in the 96th minute, you don't want that pressure. No. You want to put your foot through it.
He even readjusted it, didn't he?
Exactly that. Like, oh, so the wind blew the ball off the spot. Yeah. So again, it's probably something you couldn't pick up on television, right? It was blowing a gale, Tom. It was blowing such a gale, right? And it was horrible. And the ball got blown off the spot. So it looked like he was about to go and take it. And then he had to just walk up, grab the ball.
Happened?
Yeah, he had to grab the ball and put it back on the spot again.
That went in. That would have been horrible. For
that
him.
gets in your head. Even that gets in your head.
Mate,
so
at this point, the crowd were beside themselves.
Oh, beside
the
themselves.
groan. Did you hear the groan?
Yeah.
When he replaced it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On the replays, you can hear it go. Oh. So yeah, he's respotted it, and I'm thinking, wow, this is Oh, I can think he's feeling the pressure. He's surely got to be feeling the pressure here.
Are you in your head thinking how big a moment this is, or are you just in the moment and or do you know how?
No, you don't think of anything like that.
Do you not think if I save this, it's going to be
fun?
fun?
I am the boy.
No.
I'm the boy.
No chance. I want to save it for the lads on the pitch, and I know that we will get 3 points. That's all I think. But I don't think about. You don't have time, or you don't think about anything else other than, I hope I can save it to out the lads out so we've got a win. Do you know what I mean? Because it would have felt like a loss to us. It would have. If they had scored that goal, it would have felt like a loss. So yeah, I'm almost at this point 99% sure he's putting it either down the middle or to my right. And what I agree with the goalie coach is, before the games, I say to him, listen, when they get a penalty, I'll look at you, and he's got the sheet in front of him, like the cheat sheet almost, and he will either give me a right hand for my right, a left hand for my left, or that, like basically arm down the middle, he's going to go down the middle, right? And I didn't even look at him. Honestly, I didn't even look at him, right?
That's his bonus retracted.
Yeah, no. Like sometimes, but as a goalie, you have to sometimes just go with your instincts. Do you know what I mean? You have to read the situation, analyze it a little bit, and that's exactly what it was. And I was like, nah, he's either going to put it down the middle or to my right. And I just hope he don't go down the middle, because no goalie wants to just stand in the middle, right? You just don't.
Well, didn't you say as well that the GoPro had a bearing in
That's where the GoPro was as well. The GoPro was in that right corner. And I don't know whether it's I don't know what it is, but I kind of thought, I wonder if he'd just want to put it on the GoPro. Hit it that side.
So you thought psychologically, would he want to stick it GoPro side?
I'm not saying but it might be just something to aim at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like having anything in my goal, really, like a towel or a bottle or anything like that, because I just feel sometimes it might be something for them to aim at, especially from a penalty.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah, everything added up, I'm going to my right. It's as simple as that. So he took a bit of a slow run up, right, where I think he was just looking at me. He was looking at if I made the first move or something. I thought, nah, mate, I'm just going to wait for you to get your head down so you can't see me anymore. And then I'm going full pout to my right-hand side. Simple as that. So, as soon as he put his head down and he's taking that final kick, just pushed off with everything I've got to my right-hand side. And as I'm diving, I'm thinking, he's going that way. He is going that way. Oh, my gosh. And then you just pray that he don't put it high. Because if he puts it high, he'll score.
It was a great pen as well.
It was a really good penalty.
It was.
He slapped it. He gave it good pace. It's in the corner.
It was not an easy
in
save.
the corner.
That is one of those penalties where it's not a penalty missed. It's a penalty save.
Yeah, it's a penalty save for sure.
It's
not a bad penalty.
Fucking inflate your ego anymore, but it was a fucking brilliant
it's a good save. It's a good penalty save.
It was a brilliant save.
So this is how I saved it then. Yeah. So I've saved it with my right hand. But my top hand, because I'm just jumping full spread. I'm jumping full spread, because in the back of my head as well, I'm thinking maybe he might put it high, so I might have to go with my top hand and make a bit of a top hand save. So I basically dive with two arms, like straight out. And as I've saved it with my right hand, my left hand's come over the top and sort of swatted it away again.
Yeah.
So it was like two-handed save sort of thing, which I was buzzing with.
Double save. It was double save.
But yeah, double save, yeah. So as soon as I've sort of swatted it away and I see that it bounces that way out, and I think, well, that's about to go out for a corner, I don't celebrate saves. I never do. I never celebrate a penalty save, no matter what it is, right? But I have also never saved a penalty in the 96th minute. I've never done this before, right? Never, ever, ever. Especially one with such sort of magnitude attached to it as well, and what it means to the team and the supporters and the fans in the stadium. And I couldn't help myself but give a little punch. Like,
well, I did notice that. I didn't notice that, but I did notice the players coming up to you and you were batting them off.
Yeah.
Were you saying like? Well, tell us what you were saying.
Basically, I had a little moment where I punched and I remember even doing it and punching the air and going, get in there, and thinking, don't do that, you dickhead. Don't do that.
I mean, it's understandable.
No, but I shouldn't do it, though.
I shouldn't.
Mate. No, because they've got a corner now.
I know, but...
Yeah, but they've got a corner.
If they scored that, you look like a
Yeah,
mug.
they've got a corner now. So the lads are jumping on me, but Notts County do everything fast. Everything, whether it's a throw-in, a free kick, a quick free kick, it could be no matter what it is, a corner especially, they'll do it quick because they know that they've got seconds left. So they're going to be putting that ball in within seconds, right? And then that last free kick they had, there must have been about 10 seconds left from that moment.
The penalty. It's for the free kick,
From the corner.
Corner, sorry.
From the corner. They must have had 10 seconds left. And that was the only corner they did where they put it direct into the box, right? It's the only one they did all game long. And they put it in. We headed it clear.
No, it got flicked.
It got
and
flicked
then
on.
My fucking heart was in my mouth.
So it got flicked on. I think it was Elliot Lee next to me here. He's headed it back off the line, and then somebody's headed it again, and it's come to Paul Mullen, who's flicked it on the edge of the box to flick it away. And that's when the full-time whistle went. And as soon as that full-time whistle went, oh my God, we must have had a 30-second period there from saving the penalty to the full-time whistle where football genuinely, you will never feel a better feeling ever, ever, ever in the history of your playing career. I promise you, you'll never have two better feelings in a 30-second period than that right there. It was just like goosebumps moment.
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.